welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron Woods and this is my husband, Justice. He's been on the vlogs like a couple of times. Someone commented on one of my posts and said y'all should make a video about your story, about how we met, how we started dating, when we got married, what that was like, all of that good stuff. So we haven't been married for a full year yet. This year it'll be 1 year. But we kind of have a crazy story. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say it's a little crazy. So let's get right into it. Yeah. Justice, when did we first meet?
So my family had moved from Richmond, Virginia to Charlotte in 2014. And I met Cameron for the first time at a Young Life event at her house, but she doesn't remember me actually being there.
I don't remember, but I remember him being there.
And
guys, I was hosting. I was stressed.
Okay. Well, fast forward about a year, and I end up dating her best friend.
We love her. I'm still best friends with her. She's the best.
I ended up dating her best friend for 3 months. She broke my heart.
She broke his heart.
A year after Brennan and I had broken up, but we started talking. I was trying to talk to her. She wouldn't even keep a 3-day snap streak with me.
He's so
It started off like every single time
bitter.
she'd do like 2 days and then it would go and like leave.
Too busy snapping other boys.
Yeah, so she was always busy with the older boys, I guess. So she never gave me the time of day, but I was persistent. And so I think we ended up going to some like play together, one of the school plays, and then we ended up hanging out. Our first movie together, fun fact, was Beauty and the Beast. I think that was our first date.
That was such a fun date.
But somehow we just started texting because I was persistent, and then...
Okay, wait, let's rewind. Because we went, before we started hanging out, we went to the Dominican Republic on a J-term trip with school. And on that trip, my mom had been texting me some, and one of the teachers was like always posting pictures daily so parents could keep up with it. And my mom was like, you are beside, and everyone knew everyone because we had like 100 kids in our grade. So my mom was like, you're beside Justice in every single photo. Like, do you like him? I was like, no, he's just like fun to flirt with. And she was like, I think you like him.
So were
like,
a lot of the other boys on the trip apparently. So that's my response to that.
Okay, I come home and my mom is like, you like him. Like, I know you and I know that you like him. And I was like, Mom, no. But deep down I knew that I did, but I was like, no, I don't like him. I think it's because I had told myself I wasn't going to date a guy. This was junior year. I told myself I wasn't going to date a guy until college. So I was like, I don't like Justice. I don't like anyone at our school.
Joke's on her.
Joke's on me, because I liked him. So yeah, play, and then the first date was seeing Beauty and the Beast, and we walked a little trail, and we sat in the car and talked for forever.
Yeah, and then we just kept on going on dates and stuff, and then I think...
He would come over to my house every single day to do my homework.
Do homework with her every single day. I would do her homework.
I was about to say,
Literally,
homework
I would
because
do her homework.
He was doing my homework, and I was just having fun hanging out with him.
And then, what was it, like 2 or 3 months later, I asked you to be my girlfriend?
Can I tell that story?
Sure.
It was so cute. So it was the day before my birthday. My birthday is May 6th, so it was the night of May 5th. Did we go on a date for my birthday that night? No. We went out for my birthday after.
We went for... No, yeah, the day after, yeah.
Okay. So I was walking him out, and he like is at the doorstep, and he turns around, and he's shaking, and he grabs my hands like this. Can I have your hands? He's like... Cameron Taylor Bobo, will you be my girlfriend?
I was not shaking.
You were totally shaking. You were so scared. It was so cute. He was so scared. Yeah, he was shaking. I said, yes, I'll be your girlfriend. And then our first official date as boyfriend and girlfriend was at Firebirds. And I remember that because you ate your whole burger while I hadn't even taken a bite of my food because I was so nervous and I was like talking so much.
That's why I pushed her to vlog, because she talks so much, and I said we might as well make some money out of it. And that's why I also said we should start a podcast. So
you literally did say that.
Hopefully we make some money out of this.
Oh, stop it.
Fast forward, we were dating all throughout senior year.
Yep.
I already knew that I was going to go to Stanford to play football.
Before we started dating.
And
I didn't know where I was going to go to college.
But you didn't know, but you knew. Her whole family went to Auburn, and I
didn't want to go that far.
But the times that you visited there, you felt most at home. And I think, you were choosing between Clemson and Auburn, but ultimately it came down to Auburn. And yeah, so we kind of just went into our relationship knowing that we would have to do long distance. And
so the worst part about that was we graduate from high school, so fun. Everyone's like, you guys are so cute, whatever. And then Justice has to leave 2 weeks after we started summer because he was playing football.
Yeah, because, summer workouts, and so I had to leave in June. And yeah, that began our 5-year long distance journey.
Oh my
gosh. Which was full of red-eye flights. Auburn does not have an airport that flies directly into San Francisco. For those of you who don't know, Auburn's in Alabama, and Stanford is in Palo Alto, which is 30 minutes from San Francisco. So Cameron, to visit me, would have to drive an hour and a half to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Fly 5.5 hours to San Francisco, and then take a 30 to 40 minute Uber to Palo Alto.
But
for
honestly,
a weekend. For literally a weekend.
And if it was during the season, I would only see you for one night.
Yeah, so it was during the season, then the team would be staying at a hotel Friday night before the game, and we couldn't see anybody except for like a 30-minute like family window time.
So I'd Uber to the hotel.
So she'd Uber to the hotel, I'd see each other for 30 minutes, and then if it was a night game on Saturday, it was over, because I wouldn't see her till like 9 p.m. and then she'd leave the next day. Or she'd leave that night, Sunday night, to take a red-eye flight all the way back to
I did that a couple
Atlanta,
of times.
drive an hour and a half, and literally go straight to class.
Yeah, one time I actually got pulled over. I had taken a red-eye, made it to Auburn, was pulling into my dorm parking lot, and I get pulled over. I start crying. I'm like, I literally just got off a flight to see my long-distance boyfriend. I'm so tired. I haven't slept, and I don't even know if I was speeding. She's like, yeah, you were speeding, but I'll let you go. And I was like, thank you. But it was hard. It was so hard. And then I went to class. But honestly, you guys, because he went to school in Stanford, or in California, I wasn't sad about leaving. All my friends were like, I'm so jealous, you're going on a vacation, because I would literally view it as a vacation.
So in the off season, we would go to Pebble Beach or Carmel by the Sea and do all the California things, which was really cool.
It was so fun. And then when Justice would come visit me, he would Uber, and then I would drive an hour and a half to pick him up, get in the car. You would always be starving, so we'd go stop somewhere and eat.
Cracker
and then drive.
Barrel.
Yeah, we did that one time. It was so weird.
Yeah.
We drive an hour and a half back to Auburn, and then it was so fun having you visit in Auburn, because all my friends wanted to see him because I didn't get to see you much.
Yeah.
But all my friends love you. And it was so great. Honestly, at Auburn, all you do is really eat and walk and hang out with people.
And go to Sky Bar.
Okay, when you're seniors.
Yeah.
That was it. So, long distance. People were asking how it was. I would say, obviously, freshman year was the hardest because he was figuring out football. I was figuring out being in a sorority, knowing no one at Auburn, trying to make friends, but also living separate lives and intermingling each other into our lives, which is something that's hard to navigate. Went through some ups and downs, but never talked about breaking up, never went on a break, never said I need space. And honestly, I think the only way we got through it was through the Holy Spirit and keeping the Lord number one at the center of our hearts and the center of our relationship with one another. But don't get me wrong. There were days when I literally was all I want is to be with him. I think the hardest part was just not being able to hug him, or when I was having a horrible day, I would just be able to text you and maybe FaceTime you, and that was really hard.
Yeah, I think the positives of doing long distance is, one, you can develop and grow as an individual.
Yeah.
And I think we were able to both those separate lives, because I think it would have been easy to, if we went to the same school and we didn't know anybody, she didn't know anybody when she went to school, I didn't know anybody, so it was easy just stick with each other.
Right, not make new friends.
We were able to form meaningful relationships with other people.
Yeah.
But of course, obviously the negative side is we saw each other once a month, once every 2 months, and it was just
one time we went 3 or 4 months, I think.
Yeah, 3-hour time zone change.
Yes.
And so, I'd be getting out of practice, texting her, and she'd be going to bed.
Yeah.
And so we had to navigate, communicating and talking with each other through different things. And I think that's the biggest thing that we learned is just communication and, do not have conflict over text, first of all.
Yes, that's huge.
Yeah, and I think we, and people always say, okay, why are you always on your phone texting? Why are you always talking to Cameron? And it's yes, it may seem like a lot, but that's what we needed at the time for our relationship to last. And it's worked out.
It's worked out. I think that I'm also very lucky because I didn't have to beg you to text me. I think that a lot of guys nowadays are just kind of Like, I don't want to text you. Like, I'm living in the moment, which is awesome. But, like, if you do want to form a relationship, you have to be in communication. Not saying it has to be constant, but
and it's like
you need to have communication.
It's like a selfless thing of, like, you have to know what the other person needs and wants. And it's like, you can't make decisions about what you want to do for yourself. You have to put yourself in their shoes. And it's like, okay, I may want to go to this party for this reason, but I know the way that she would feel about it, so I'm not going to do it. It's not because I don't want to go. It's because I know how much it means to her if I didn't, her happiness is more important to me than what I want to do at the time, which is hard to do because we didn't do that every single time, but it's something that, we had to constantly talk about and go through. But
yeah, I think me being in a sorority was really hard, only when it came to date parties, because I literally knew no one at the school, so I didn't even have guy friends that I could, like, bring. If I had, like, your best friend from home, I'd be like, oh, just come with me, whatever, it'll be fun. But because all my friends brought dates, and I was like, oh, well, I need to bring a date, whatever. So that was, like, interesting to navigate. It was so hard how you literally only came to one thing, right? Two. I
went to some Christmas cocktail.
Yeah, Christmas cocktail, and then something senior year, right?
Yeah.
Not Mallard. My senior year Mallard Ball was awesome. I went by myself and I had so much fun. But yeah, you just have to learn to navigate, and I think the biggest thing for long distance is learning how to love the other person, because we don't need love the same way, if that makes sense. So, like, your love language is... Go ahead.
You tell them.
Quality time, which is really hard being long distance, and words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mine are...
physical touch and quality time.
Thank you. So those are literally the worst for being long distance. But whatever. It's okay. We got through it. I think that it was great. We have nothing negative to say about long distance, because I really do think that we were able to form our own relationships in our own lives while combining us two in our lives. But anyway, so we get through college, which was awesome. Got through COVID during college, which was so weird. But great, because you were home for 3 months.
I was.
3 straight months.
They canceled, like, all workouts were all at home. So I was able to go back home for 3 months, and we got to spend a lot of time together. That was huge. Which was good. I graduated early in March, and I was planning to propose to her.
And I told him, I was like, don't propose to me until after we graduate.
But that could be, like, a whole nother video of, like...
the proposal?
How I proposed and everything, because that's a long process. That took, like, 5 months to plan.
We'll make another video about that. If you guys want to see it, let us know in the comments.
Like and subscribe. I proposed to her on Good Friday in 2022.
April 15th, 2022.
Yeah, you said yes.
Thank goodness. No, I'm just kidding. Of course I said
yes.
But
it's funny because I was I knew just with injuries and stuff I wasn't going to do the NFL route, and I was like, I don't know, for some reason I had this thought in my mind to come to Dallas, and I was like, what do you think about Dallas? And she was just very willing to do it. So, like...
First you said Texas. You were like, Texas, so what are your thoughts on Texas? And I was like, I haven't given it a thought.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because people ask me all the time, like, how'd you guys end up in Dallas? And I was like, I don't know, Justice, like, texted me in a panic one day and was like, I need to figure out my life. What do you think about Texas? And I was like, that'd be cool. So, proposed, engaged for a year.
Yep, and this was all in all knowing that I hadn't moved to Dallas yet. My job started in July of 2022. But when I proposed, like, she already knew that we would be going to Dallas at some point. She didn't know when. Yeah. She didn't know when I was going to propose.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was the perfect time of, like, proposing to her right before I moved to Dallas. I didn't want to wait any longer because, we were already doing long distance for 5 years, and it's like either she would stay at home, we wouldn't be living together, she would stay at home, or she would, like, move to Dallas and live, like,
by myself, not knowing anyone,
or with a roommate. So it's like we might as well just, like, get married. Like, I already knew that she was gonna be the girl I wanted to marry, so it was like, why wait? Because we could start, like, this new part of our lives together.
Yeah. So we were 23 when we got married.
23 when we got married, which was March 25th we got married, so it's like almost a year after I proposed to her.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
We have been in Dallas ever since.
Ever since. It's been so great. People are like, you guys are too young to get married, blah, blah, blah. And then they hear we did long distance for 5 years, and they're like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, I feel like we prepared for our marriage pretty well. Like, maybe in the engagement video, we can also talk about that. Because it's a hard shift. Like, if you've been long distance for 5 years, you don't know how you're going to be when you're together. And so we weren't nervous about it because, like, when we were in high school, we spent every single day together. When you were home for those 3 months, we spent every single day together.
And it's like, I feel like we had to mature pretty quickly when it came to doing long distance in order to make it work. So it's like a lot of those qualities and things that you learn doing long distance. It's things that you can lean into like when you get married as well. So I feel like we had a good like foundation of how to navigate, you know, certain conflicts and situations through communication. So
agreed. And we did premarital counseling through two different we just did
two different
types. Yeah, 2 different groups of premarital counseling, which is great. And yeah, Dallas has been awesome. We've made an incredible community. We love our church. We love where we live. We love where we live.
We love where we live,
1-bedroom apartment, but the location's perfect and it's super nice. So we love it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, of course, ask away in the comments and we will do our best to answer them maybe in another video.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for a proposal and a wedding recap
that's a lot of
video.
Content.
It's good stuff. But I love you guys, and so does Justice. We both love you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it, and it was super fun. I'll see you guys next time.
Over and out.
Stop.